how's your day been? Or should I be saying month, because it's been literally a month since I've uploaded to this channel. So I guess before we dive into today's everything, I should probably kind of mention why, I guess. December was just a very rough month for me personally, I think. December in general was kind of rough just because I felt really depressed throughout most of it, because the holiday season makes me depressed, and I know it shouldn't because it's supposed to be a time of joy and cheer and stuff, but a lot of it was just stress of not knowing if I was going to be able to spend it with my family, and then, you know, on top of that, like, oh well, I don't have any money to even get them any gifts, even if I can go. It was just a lot of, I don't know, just the holiday season makes me really sad, because I always feel like I'm not doing enough or I can't do enough, and then on top of that, it's just like, well, it's like the Christmas season shouldn't be so commercialized, and I hate how, you know, I'm supposed to spend $1 million on my family even though I can't, and, you know, like all the crazy stuff that happens, and the fact that, you know, like people literally go into debt on Christmas because they want to give everything to their families or whatever. It's just like a bunch of junk that just makes me really sad. And on top of that, Shipwrecked really took off, so a lot of what I was focusing on was revolving around Shipwrecked. So if you haven't checked out Shipwrecked, you probably should, because it's awesome, and it's doing really well, and I'm really enjoying it, and Pedro's really enjoying it, so you should probably check it out and see if you enjoy it too, because we'd appreciate that. Yeah, so it's just been a really tough month for me. It's been really busy as far as Shipwreck goes, and it's been really depressing, and I did end up being able to go see my family, and I did end up having a wonderful time, even though I ended up getting sick while I was there. But I wasn't really in a good mood to draw anything pretty much until I did actually make it to my family, and then I got a drawing notebook for Christmas, and I started drawing again and getting really into it again. So I haven't really had any finished drawings to actually showcase, but now I do, and we shall talk about it now. Because this is the first video in, like I said, a month, I know this is a house blend, and it should be talking about, you know, like deep, like sensitive, whatever topics, I don't know, I talk about a lot of stuff on house blend, but today I just kind of want to talk about, like, this character and the character creation process in general for her. And I didn't really, like, this is a new character, so I can't really put this in, like, a Throwback Thursday kind of thing. And I don't really feel like making a new series specifically for this, so I'm just going to talk about it on House Blend. House Blend technically is just for whatever I want to talk about, and I want to talk about this character, so that's gonna be that. You're looking at her right now. You'll see the name at the end. It's spelled really weird. I'm not gonna spell it out for you right now, but just know that her name is Scutjie. So welcome to meeting Scutjie. Sorry, I'm really awkward right now. It's been a while since I've recorded alone, but Scutjie exists in a world called Floraverse, which is created by Glitch Puppet and Marl. And I guess I should probably talk about Floraverse real quick. I'm actually at the Floraverse website right now. I'm gonna just read this little thing to you real quick that kind of is a really brief explanation of what Floraverse is. Floraverse is a webcomic and open world project focused on making stories and music. Viewer participation and discussion is highly encouraged. We like to tell stories from different perspectives and timelines, so main characters and plots will change from story to story, arc to arc. Some Floraverse updates contain character profiles, geographical references, wildlife references, interesting trivia, etc., in order to encourage the creation of fan-made characters, art, music, and stories. Then the next paragraph talks about how everything submitted to the group and website is part of the Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 3.0 license, and other, like, various things. But essentially, Floraverse is a world created by Glitch Puppet, created by Glitch Puppet and Marl, and Glitch Puppet is a huge inspiration of mine as far as, like, art goes and stuff. So I've been following their stuff for quite some time, back when they were doing just standard Pokemon stuff. And, well, like, just through to this, like, I'm sure some people stopped following Glitch Puppet after they stopped doing as many Pokemon things, but I was actually very, very interested in Floraverse, and have only become more and more interested as, like, more updates and things and characters and species have been coming out. Floraverse is a really cool and vast world with many different types of species. They're all pretty much based off of real-life creatures. Some of them, it's called Floraverse because a lot of the creatures do have, are kind of a mix of fauna and flora. Like one of the main species is flower cat, and it's literally like a cat with a flower that is usually on their forehead, can be other places. But it's creatures like that are mixes of flower or flora, I guess, sorry, and and actual creatures and stuff, which is really cool. Interestingly enough, I guess I should mention that not all the characters are a mix of flora and fauna. Some of them are just actual animal creatures. Like the one we are drawing here, she has no floral element. Excuse me. She has no floral elements to her. She's just... Her species is a Roaring Rabbat, is what I'm calling it. Technically, she's a hybrid species of a Singing Rabbat and a turf tiger, which are two different species, and I'll try to link them below in case you want to check them out. I guess the easiest way to quickly describe what they are is a turf tiger is, well, I mean, it basically kind of looks like a bipedal tiger with, it's just this, designs are pretty vast or whatever, but a bipedal tiger, and they generally, I guess they have this really crazy, they really like to fight, and they fight with each other, whether it be over actual territory or whether it be over ideas or who's right or who's wrong. And I really love, I love feline creatures, and I like tigers a lot. And I love the concept behind turf tigers, so I really wanted to create a character that is a turf tiger. But I had also been looking at Singing Rabbats, and Singing Rabbats are, they're essentially, I guess you could describe them as being like a mix between a rabbit and a bat, sort of. I mean, it's kind of, the name Singing Rabbat is literally a mix of those two words. And Singing Rabbats are these rabbit-looking type creatures that really focus a lot on the element, the sense of sound, and hearing things and singing things. They sing things to other people, like prophecies, or more primarily prophecies, I suppose. And I don't know, I really liked both of those kinds of creatures, and I really wanted to create a creature based off of them. Or I wanted to create a hybrid creature of them, I guess. Then turf tigers, obviously you can, as you're, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but as you're seeing me draw this, you're seeing a lot of the tiger elements, obviously. There's a lot of stripes. She does have kind of a feline-ish appearance when it comes to her mouth, face, eyes, all that. The shape of her ears is kind of feline-ish, or at least the bottom two sets. And, tail and stuff. But then you're also kind of seeing, I guess, turf tigers usually have only 2 ears, at least from what I'm understanding, but Singing Rabbats usually have 6 ears, 6 ears, and then their hybrids usually have 6 ears or 4 ears or something like that. So Scutjie has 6 ears because of her Singing Rabbat genes, and she also has those feathery things on her feet, which hopefully you're at that point by this point, and on her lower back there. So honestly, this took, the initial sketch that you saw a few times, hopefully by now, the initial sketch took me some time to really come up with something. Obviously, the end product really changed from the initial sketch, or not really changed, but it changed a pretty decent amount from the initial sketch. But yeah, it took me a while to come up with something, because I can't say that I'm incredibly comfortable creating new species, which is part of the reason that I wanted to create something that exists in an already created species, I guess, or it exists as an already created species. But because I decided to mix Singing Rabbat and turf tiger, there isn't technically an example of that yet, so this is, at least from what I understand, the first example of a Singing Rabbat turf tiger mix, which I have dubbed Roaring Rabbat. There is no official term for it, so I'm calling it Roaring Rabbat. I hope that's cool. Honestly, I like it. I like the name a lot. But yeah, it took me a long time to come up with something that I really liked, but I kept thinking about it, you know? I kept thinking about it every time I would lay down and go to sleep. I would think about it every time, like, you know, I'm like taking a bath or a shower, or, you know, like just doing like daily things, cooking, whatever. You know, I was thinking about this character and thinking about, you know, like the design of her and then like what her personality would be like. And honestly, I'm just so incredibly excited about her. Like, I'm really jazzed up about her. And I know I've been talking for way too long. I was actually hoping that the video would be over at 10 minutes. I'll try to keep the last part short. I just want to talk about her a short bit here. Obviously, as I said, her name is Scutjie. She is a Roaring Rabbat. She is a she. She was born female, identifies female. I guess birthday and astrological sign don't really matter. You know what? I'm not gonna talk about that much of, like, about her, like, as far as, like, Floraverse attribute type things kind of go. Just because it would be a long time to try to explain what all that is. I just want to talk a little bit about her personality, I guess. I guess, like, as a turf tiger, with her being part turf tiger, I wanted her to have, I guess, some elements of a fighter, some elements of somebody who is strongly opinionated, like, that, you know, who really wants to defend their own beliefs, and that's really what she is. That's a really strong point in her personality, I guess. She really believes in protecting the weak and protecting the small and those who maybe can't fight for themselves. She really believes in, you know, in equality and just fairness in general, and she will fight to defend, you know, those beliefs. She will battle other turf tigers. She will battle, you know, whomever really challenges her on those beliefs, to prove that she's right. And unfortunately, you know, when turf tigers lose their battles, they kind of have to just accept that their point was incorrect. She probably has a hard time accepting that, to be honest. And she really kind of accepts it maybe on a case-by-case basis. Like, okay, maybe I was wrong in this instance, but I'm not wrong next time. But she is aggressively opinionated, and she will fight for her beliefs. She's kind of competitive in a way. Maybe not as competitive as others would be, like, I guess, like, in certain things, like, regarding her hobbies or occupation. But she does still have that competitive element, and she enjoys playing games that have competition in them. I don't know. I'm just, there's so many things that I still have to discover about Scutjie. I guess one of the biggest things is that because she's so aggressively opinionated, it can be kind of a downfall for her, where she can't really help but get into a heated debate about things. She can't really help but, you know, but argue her point and try to prove her correctness, even if she has other things that she needs to do, even if she thinks it might hurt her or take up too much time, or even if she thinks that the other person isn't going to be receptive to what she has to say. She just feels this incredible, just really, like, disruptive kind of urge to prove her point and to explain her side of things. But her occupation, I guess, in the world is going to be, she is a private investigator. So she sneaks around, and she's, you know, she gets information for private contractors, I guess, private people who contract her. Yeah, I guess you would call it a private contractor, a person, you know, contracting her to go and gather this information. And I don't know, I'm just like, I'm sorry, I know I always do this where I talk about characters and it's like I don't have all the thoughts really formulated about them yet. But I was just, and it's like I have a lot more thoughts that I'm saying. I have a lot more thoughts that I'm, like, really saying out loud because it's really hard for me to describe, it's really hard for me to describe this character without the prior knowledge of Floraverse and how creatures and characters work in it. But I'm gonna put all the information about her, maybe not in the description here, but, like, I'll put it on, it'll be on several places. It'll probably be on Tumblr, it'll be on DeviantArt, and, you know, that'll be going into the Floraverse group. I'm not sure, I might put it on my own website, because I am pretty proud of her, and I actually want to use her for more things, and I want to draw more pictures of her, to be honest. I really like her. I honestly want to do, like, like a comic or a visual novel or something about her, like even if it's brief, because I really like her a lot. And it's been really fun to take a break from humanoid characters and draw a, you know, like an animal. It's been a long time since I've allowed myself to draw like non-humanoid characters, and it's been really great. I've been really enjoying this, and I'm pretty satisfied with her design. I'm really satisfied with her design. Oh, I guess I didn't mention the colors. The colors, I wanted her to have colors that represented things like, I guess, ideas like air and fire as elements. So there are a lot of light tones, but the ferocity of orange and fire and stuff is mixed in there. Not to mention orange being my favorite color. But, yeah, that's probably about it. It feels, I feel weird now. I feel like almost like dissatisfied because I didn't get to talk about literally everything that I have planned for her. But I kinda can't until, I don't know. I can't in this case. Like, it would just take way too long for me to explain all the different Floraverse things and then go ahead and explain all the Scutjie things. But if you are interested, I will definitely, you can go ahead and comment in the comment section asking more about her, and I will ramble for a million years. Like, if you let me, I will talk about her forever. But like I said, I will put all the information that I have about her on my DeviantArt, possibly on my website, definitely on my Tumblr, and you can check that out there. And it'll be fantastic, and I would appreciate if you would do that, because my DeviantArt is dead as hell, and nobody goes to it anymore. I mean, not nobody, okay? There's people that go, and I appreciate that. But, I don't know, I feel like I've been on there long enough to have more than, like, 2 active watchers, but that's fine. I'm not very consistent on there, so that's probably part of the problem. Anyway, I hope this wasn't super weird, and I hope I didn't, like, I don't know, if you're the type of person that likes listening to somebody be excited about something, then I guess you had a good time. And if you're not, if you, like, needed more context, then I'm really sorry, and I hope the information, you know, on DeviantArt and Tumblr was enough for you. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm sorry it was almost 20 minutes long. Okay. Have a wonderful day, guys, and hopefully my next video will not take another month to appear, because that would be fantastic. Bye.